Very good morning, students. Today we are going to start reading from page number 126 of chapter number 10, and the topic is e-banking. E-banking stands for electronic banking. It is the way of performing bank transactions using internet. A customer can do a number of things using e-banking, such as he can check the amount in his account, make FT means fixed deposit, transfer the money, apply for loans, pay bills, etc. So e-banking is also known as electronic banking. It enables to perform bank transactions with the help of internet. A customer can do a number of things using e-banking. Firstly, he can check the amount in his account. He can make FT, transfer the money, apply for loans as well as pay bills. These transactions can be done from any part of the world if you have an internet connection on your computer. In the traditional banking, we need to visit the bank for performing these basic operations, such as checking the amount in our account, making FT, transfer the money. But with the help of e-banking, we can perform all these transactions while sitting at any part of the world if you are having an internet connection on your computer or on your smartphone. So performing transactions with the bank is becoming easier with the help of e-banking, as e-banking provides faster way for the customer to perform bank related transactions at any time of the day and at any place without the need to visit the bank to perform our day-to-day daily bank dealings. E-banking provides 24/7 service during all days of a month. So this facility is available 24 hours and 7 days in a week, and it saves time and helps the bank to reduce the cost of transactions. It saves time, as you do not visit the bank, you can perform the transactions by sitting at your home or at your office or at any place. It also help the bank to reduce the cost of transactions. It enables customers of a bank or other financial institution to conduct a range of financial transactions through the financial institution's web. The online banking system will typically connect to or be part of core banking system operated by a bank. It offers features such as viewing account balances, obtaining statements, transferring money between accounts, and making payments. The online banking system was faster and it saves a lot of time of the customers as well. The steps to perform e-banking are: firstly, you need to open the website of the bank, whichever bank you are linked with. You need to open the website of that bank on your computer or on your smartphones. Then you need to enter the username and password that you had obtained by entering the essential credentials into the bank website. Then you need to do the appropriate transaction, whatever you want to do the transaction, whether it is credit or a debit, you can perform. So these 3 steps are required. Firstly, you need to open the website. Secondly, you need to enter the username and the password that you had obtained from the bank, and then you can perform the transaction that you want to perform with the bank. Some sites providing e-banking are www.statebankofindia.com, www.pnbindia.com, www.hdfcbank.com. So these are the sites that are providing the e-banking facility. Next is e-ticketing. E-ticketing means making a reservation or appointment for a service via the internet. So you can make a reservation or appointment for any service with the help of internet. Using internet, we can not only check the availability of seats in bus, train or aircraft anytime, but can also reserve rooms, meeting halls or tables in restaurants. So with the help of internet, you can check the availability of the seats in bus, train or aircraft at any time that is convenient to you, but you can also reserve room, meeting halls or tables in a restaurant with the help of this facility. For these services, we can check the payable charges at the same moment, and by making online payment through credit cards, we can confirm our reservations. So these services that we inquire using the internet facility, we can also check the payable charges, what charge we can pay for that service or for that appointment at the same time while we are viewing that appointment or a service, and we can make the online payment with the help of credit cards, and that can confirm our reservation. So we can view, we can check the availability of seats, we can book reserve rooms, meeting halls, tables in a restaurant, and then we can also check the payable charges at the same time, and with the help of online payment system, we can confirm our reservation while sitting at any place of the world, at any time, at any day in a month. It is a more efficient method of ticket entry, processing and marketing for companies in the airline, railways and other transport and entertainment industries. It provides the standard assurances of the traditional paper ticket, such as seating choice, travel time options and other flexibilities. For example, the Indian Railways has an official website, www.irctc.co.in. This is the official website of Indian Railway, using which we can make e-reservation process, and it provides services such as checking the availability of the seat and then booking tickets, as well as we can cancel the ticket that we had already booked. Printing e-tickets can also be done using this website. An electronic ticket, often called e-ticket, is the digital ticket equivalent of a paper ticket. Next is blog. A blog is an easy to create website that allows users to share their thoughts with the world. So blog is an easy to create website using which users can share their thoughts with the world. The word blog comes from weblog because a blog consists of a signed and dated log of individual posting. So the word blog comes from the word weblog because blog consists of a signed and dated log of individual postings. जो भी आप individual posting करोगे with the help of a blog website, all that will be stored with a signed and dated log of your individual postings. The topic of a blog can be anything from personal to topic. The topic that you want to share with your friends, it can be from personal to professional. A blog is what you make of it. So blog क्या है जो आप इसे बनाओगे. Blogging can be an interactive activity. Readers can add comments to the blogger's posting. Other persons can respond. Thus a conversation can start. So जो readers हैं वो कमेंट्स ऐड कर सकते हैं ब्लॉगर्स पोस्टिंग पे. जो भी ब्लॉगर है पोस्टिंग करेगा, अगर जो उसे रीड कर रहा है वो उसके रिगार्डिंग अपने कमेंट्स पोस्ट कर सकता है. Other persons can respond to your bloggings and thus a conversation can start between them. Lately, bloggers have become well-known commentators on the political scene, but blogging can encompass any topic or no topic at all. So, bloggers basically become a well-known commentators for the political scene, whatever happening related to the political scene or a political topic that will be discussed here. Comments will be passed upon them, but blogging can encompass any topic. Apart from political scene, we can also include any topic ranging from the personal to professional. Whatever the blogger want to post, it depends upon them. There is no restriction that you can only post blog about political affairs or a political topic can be chosen by the blogger. Basically, it is a discussion or informational website published on www, consisting of discrete, often informal diary style text entries that is known as post. Posts are typically displayed in reverse chronological order so that the most recent post appears first at the top of the web page. Next is creating a blog. Open the site www.blogger.com. The Blogger site will open. Click on the create your blog option. Firstly, you need to open the site, that is www.blogger.com, and then you need to click on create your blog option because you want to create a blog. To create a blog with Blogger's site, you must have your email account in Gmail, else you will have to create a new Gmail account. So if you want to create a blog with the Blogger website, you need to have an email account in a Gmail. If you do not have an account, then you need to create a new Gmail account. Sign in by using your Gmail username and password. If you are already having your account, then you can simply sign in by using your Gmail username and a password. If you do not have an account, firstly create an account and then sign in using your username and password. You will get the welcome to Blogger screen as shown in figure 10.3. This is the welcome to Blogger screen. The display page gives you two options to create your profile, that is a Google Plus profile or a Blogger profile. So there are two options to create your profile. First is Google Plus profile and second is Blogger profile. Depending upon you which profile you want to create for your which profile option you want to choose for your profile, then click on create a limited blogger profile option. Here we want to choose the Blogger profile option to create a profile, and then click on create a limited blogger profile option. Specify a name in the display name text box as shown in figure 10.4. Figure 10.4. Here you need to write the name in the display name box. This is the display name box and this is the name written. This name will appear as your signature in the articles that you post on this blog. जो नेम आप यहाँ पे लिखोगे वो यूज़ होगा as your signature for all the article that you post with this blog. Click on the continue to blogger button and select the new blog option from the left pane. This is create a continue to blogger. Then you need to write the display name here and then click on continue to blogger option and then select the new blog because you want to create a blog. Then a dialog box appears. Specify a title for your blog. Say creative expression in the title text box. The title will appear at the top of every page of your blog. The title should reflect the contents of your blog. Then a dialog box will appear and it will display. Here you need to specify a title for your blog. Here we are writing creative expression in the title text box. This title will appear at the top of every page of your blog. जो टाइटल आप यहाँ पे लिखोगे वो आपके हर एक ब्लॉग के टॉप, हर एक ब्लॉग के हर एक पेज के टॉप में डिस्प्ले होगा. Title will appear at the top of every page of your blog. The title should reflect the contents of your blog. So title should reflect the content of your blog. जो भी आप कंटेंट लिख रहे हो अपने ब्लॉग के इनसाइड उसी के रिलेटेड आपका टाइटल होना चाहिए. Specify the URL of your blog in the address text box. Say bhaskarkips.blogspot.com. Your blog address will be your identity on the web and it will be used to read and link to your blog. Then after specifying the title, you need to specify the URL of your blog in the address text box. URL means address. So you need to specify the URL in the address text box. Here we are using bhaskarkips.blogspot.com. Your blog address URL, uniform resource locator, will be your identity on the web. It will be your identity on the web. Using this address, it can be used to link and read to your blog. Different templates for your blog will be displayed in the same window under the template section. Select the template of your choice and then click on the create blog button. Then different templates will be displayed in the same window under the template section. Then you need to select the template of your choice that you want to use for your blog and then you need to click on create blog button. So firstly you need to open the website www.blogger.com and then click on create your blog option. To create a blog with this website, you need to have an email account. If you do not have an email account, firstly you need to create an email account and then sign in by using your email ID and a password. Then you will get a welcome to Blogger screen. Here you will get two options for your profile. First is Google Plus profile. Second is Blogger profile. Here you need to choose Blogger profile option and then click on create a limited Blogger profile. And then from the figure 10.4, that is creating profile on your blogger, then you need to type the display name in the display name text box and it will be used as a signature in the articles that you will post using this blog. And then click on continue to blogger button and then choose the new blog option. And then a dialog box will appear in which you need to specify a title for your blog. Here we are using creative expression and title will appear at the top of every page of the blog, and the title should reflect the content of your blog. Whatever content you are writing, title should be related to that. Next you need to specify the URL. URL means uniform resource locator. For example, in a class you all are recognized with the help of your roll numbers, as roll number cannot be same for two students. In the same way, in a internet, to specify different identity, we are using uniform resource locator. Address will not be same for two websites, as if your roll number cannot be same roll number cannot be allotted to two students. In the same way, same address cannot be used for two or more websites. Each website has a unique address and that address is known as uniform resource locator. Here you need to specify it and then you need to choose a template for your blog and then you need to click on create blog button. Thank you.